How's it going, my poop playing friends? Hope you are doing well, having a great day. This is another video of me playing the Ghost, this time in 9-ball. This was recorded the day after Christmas in 2024, and if I have another set, I think I posted another one. I'll put a link up to that link here, up here for that. Talking is hard. There were a lot of issues as I've gone over in previous videos. I was sick for a couple months and I had major problems with some medications that were conflicting with my will to live, apparently. If you haven't seen this video, as soon as it lets me put up another card, I'll put the video. One of these days, maybe I'll do a series on just life updates and things like that, and what's going on with computer gear in my office, and pool stuff and life stuff, and maybe make it a real quick 5-minute thing or whatever. Although if you've watched my videos, you know I'm not really good at doing real quick videos. Anyway, this one, 9-ball against the Ghost, was having a lot of problems maintaining focus, which will come up as a theme in this video. So let's head over to the table. I'll go over the rules and we'll get this thing kicked off. All right, I'm gonna start up the video here. Rules for Ghost. If you haven't seen a Ghost video before, I'll put a playlist to my Ghost videos. I get every break. This one is going to be a race to 7. And then after the break, I get ball in hand. And no matter what happens, if I scratch, any balls go down, I break dry, whatever, I get ball in hand. You see I broke dry right here, which is weird with this Taeum Max Rock, although you'll see it's not necessarily centered. So I don't know if that was because I put it off center or when rack hit it, it went off center. Getting rid of any unwanted friends hanging down from the light here. But anyway, I get ball in hand. I get to put the cue ball wherever I want it for the 1-ball. If I run out, I get 1 point. If I miss, scratch, or do anything that's a foul, the Ghost gets the point. First 1 to 7 wins. Let's see how things are going. Right off the bat, I'm not starting out well because I don't have a line from the 2 to the 3. I played the 1, I kind of just left it where it was. I moved it forward 6 inches, and now I'm looking from the 2 to the 3, which I should have looked at before I put the 1 out. I would have rather had it a little bit over here, so I could maybe come around the 8 and come into the angle of the 3. As it is, I think I just have to draw straight back and try not to get behind the 9-ball. Tendency is to underhit those draw shots. I think I did okay there. Water on the rocks is the drink of choice for today. And now I'm in a worse spot because I have to make this 3 and either come around here and over or try to stop it before it gets there. Looks like I'm doing the first line. This has I hit it really well actually, but that has a really good chance of going wrong, going here and out and behind the 5. As it is, I have a long shot. I could have done way better off the first ball, and I think this is just not feeling comfortable in my game and getting back into the swing of things. That one I barely scratched. I wanted to hit the point and come off this way. Fortunately, the 6 is over the pocket. The 7 is over the pocket enough it's easy to get to. All I gotta do is make the 5 here, and I'm probably shooting it in the upper left corner. Cue ball's going to naturally float over here as long as I don't get behind the 8. Okay, I did a little stun draw on there. Now I'm really good on this. Depending on the angle, I kind of like playing it off the rail and down. I can also draw it, but getting behind the 8 is hard if you draw it there. There I have a really wide margin for error. I can go from here over to here, and even if I go here under the 8 and it bounces up and hits the 8, I'm still good. Now there you'll notice I did something weird. I put my cue in line on the pocket, which I normally walk around and look at the angle of the 8 head on. I don't know why I did it that way versus the other way. I just wanted to save 10 steps walking back and forth, and I overshot the ball by a foot. I'm looking at the angle now, and I'm not looking at the angle of the 9. Now, granted, I do shoot this shot a lot. I'm going to mention it in every video it comes up. if you want to get better at, oh boy, if you want to get better at rotation games, put the 9 or 10 ball, or even 8 ball, because a lot of times an 8 ball will stay there, and shoot it from anywhere around the table. And make it in one of these corners, spin out 2 rails, practice that 1,000,000 times. That is your homework for next week. I have to play with the short cue. I'm cutting it in the lower right, knowing that if I play just top, I should miss the scratch, and I'd missed both the side and the corner. I'm up 1-0. It was a rough rack, I will not lie, but this is an attempt to get my focus back after I was sick. Now, granted, it's March now. This was almost 3 months ago. Did my patented follow the crossover the one on the break and follow it dead into the side. Although I hit the point and I got lucky. But yeah, getting my focus back. I've actually been shooting pretty decently lately. Haven't shot in many tournaments. I shot in one that I won 2 matches, lost 2 matches. Fargo went down yet again. You'll see the Fargo right here is 635. If you look me up, it is not 635 right now. I think as of this video, it's 616. I'm on a free fall because I'm losing matches. I'm having to spot people games, and I'm losing matches 5-5 to a 550, and that'll do it. Anyway, this rack came out pretty good. Took a little bit of angle on the 1 and came out closer to the 3. The 4's right there, the 5's right there, the 6 right there. I should be out here. The only issue probably would be the 8 to the 8 to the 9. Here I'm just gonna stun like straight over this way. Try to get pretty straight on the 5. If I'm short, I can play the 5 here, come around 3 rails this way. If I'm too far this way, I can just kind of stun across. I have a lot of options right for the 6 ball. That was weird. I guess I didn't like the angle I had on the 4 on the side. Now here I can probably just play this with a little bit inside and come straight out. Yeah. Not the ideal angle here. I would have wanted to be so I can get back here on the 7. I think I'm going to follow this 2 rails, maybe even tag the 3rd over here. It's with upper left. That's pretty good. I have not seen this video since I edited it in December, actually in January, so 2 months ago. That was a pretty good. I don't remember any of this match, so this is going to be interesting commentating for me. This I'm just going to straw straight back. And looks like I'm pretty straight on this. I would have liked to just middle of the table there so I get more of an angle. So I'm going to play a little bit of left and just center ball and just follow it right down like that. There is kind of a danger of getting caught on this rail. Sometimes you can hit the point and it can come out and actually will help. It really kind of a low danger of scratching because of how close I was to the rail there. But I'm good on this. All I have to do is hunker down and make this ball. And just like that, I'm up 2-0. Again, this is a race to 7. I'm going to continue breaking from the same spot because on this table it works really well for me. It's a little bit easier to break from the right side than the left side as a right-hander. So there's no real reason for me to change the break. If I'm playing somewhere else where I'm not using like a template rack on my table, I know how it breaks well, I will move around and find the best spot to break. Could be anywhere. Usually I like to break from the side, so it's usually anywhere in this area. I usually don't go out much past the first diamond. I see a lot of people breaking head on. I do not like it if it's not worked for me. If it works for you, that's great. Made a couple balls in the break here. Have a good layout. Have to just make sure I get from the 1 to a good line on the 2. So I'm going to follow this forward a little bit. You may ask, why don't I just stop it and play the 2-4 combo? Because it's harder to leave the 2 there. I have to make sure I get on it perfect so I can play the 2 off the 4 down this way. And it's much easier just to take the extra shot here. I got good on the 2. I needed to get, I had a really big area that I could get in for the 2 ball. All I'm doing is really a stop shot here. I I like that I stood up there, and hey, nice shirt. I don't know if I'm wearing the same one or not. I have a couple blue, these are like jersey material hoodies. They're really thin here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I like that I got up there because I wasn't happy with the lineup that I had on the aim. And I still am promising to do my shooting system. Here, I did it again. Do you see that? I lined up the 4 pocket line, that wasn't it, with my cue on the other side of the pocket instead of just walking around the table and looking. I don't do that, so I don't know what was going on this day. But anyway, I wanted to get on this side of the pocket line so that I can just naturally float up for the 5. Now, ideal position on the 5 would be right on the rail here, but I can really get anywhere, so I'm just kind of playing it. What I don't want is I don't want it to be straight in, which I almost am. I want it to be, you know, if the 5-ball pocket line is like this, I want it to be way up here or on the rail down here. Instead, it looks like I'm pretty straight on it. You saw I kind of chuckled and laughed. Now I can draw this, or I can follow this and try to cheat the pocket. This, if you follow it, trying to cheat the pocket hitting to this side, it's a really easy shot to miss. There are a lot of pockets out there that you can bottle this on. Looks like I am drawing maybe with a touch of right. Yep. Or a lot of right. Just spin that out towards the 8-ball there. It is inside. It's the opposite spin of what you would think. You would think you would put left on it to... Wait, actually that was left. Sorry. Inside spin was just left. You would think you would want right spin on there to have it come this way, which is right. But you want... It's going to hit the rail and spin the opposite way. So you wonder maybe why I'm calling this the losing focus video, since I'm about to go up 3-0 here, I hope. Everything's going well so far. A couple position errors, a couple weird things I was doing, like with the position lines that I don't normally do. This is not the same hoodie. Mine's more of a navy color without lines in it and stuff. But playing the Ghost and playing any match, really, you have to be focused 100%. You have to be focused 100% the entire time. Or you have to be entirely focused the entire time 100%. Which only happens 50% of the time. This is a really goofy layout right here because of the 2-ball. There's no way to get out of the 1. There's no easy, straightforward way. Sorry, let me rephrase that. There's no way I can put ball in hand and do a straight follow shot to get on the 1. I can do a couple different things here. And you know what? Let me pause the video. I can put the cue ball about where it is, probably about here. Try to follow off the top side of the 8 or follow through the 8 and have the cue ball come out here for a tougher cut on the 2. That's not bad. I can put the cue ball almost straight in. Probably not there, probably more here. Play the 1 in here, draw with that inside English, so this time it's going to be right. Off of here and out. These balls are now big at that point. Other thing I can do, which I think I like this the most, is put the cue ball somewhere where I can reach it. I don't have to bridge over the 6, whether it's going to be here, here. Just draw like a smiley face. A couple more teeth. It's 6. Sorry, where are we? Put the cue ball here or here. Let's just say here. Play the 1 here and then spin out of this corner 2 rails, 3 rails, and down. Probably not at that exact same angle, but down around the 9. I think I like that one the best. We'll see what I do here. It looks like I'm gonna, the way I'm looking at it, it looks like I may be following through the 8 here. I'm not sure I like this. Really long bridge off the rail. My cue isn't really level. So I tried to do what I said first, which was spin off the 8. And I was leaving a lot of luck in that shot, just a complete blind. Hopefully I get on a shot here luck, which is not good at all, much less playing the Ghost. If I do this in a match and I screw up and I don't get a leave, I can have a chance to play safeties. There are no safeties against the Ghost. If I don't run out, I lose a point. So I got really good on that. Pretty much straight in on a 3 in the side. The problem is I'm on the wrong side of this. Sam, don't laugh. I'm trying to draw a straight line. Yeah, that wasn't really straight, but I need to make this not hit the 5 and still have a shot in the 5. Now, the thing I could try is playing it off the 5 and following it up, knowing the 5 will go down here. This looks really, really weird now. I think I can cut this because I don't look too concerned in the video. So I think I can just cut this straight in and come around this way. I'm looking at the angle now, which looks tighter than it should be, and I don't know why I'm pointing. I pointed up to the rail here. I don't know what I'm doing. Am I coming all the way around? Yep, I am. Trying to use the force to stop the ball. Now I got goofy on the 6. I had to hit it harder to be able to cut it, to get enough force to cut the ball in. And because I had to do that, plus I put a lot of outside spin on it. In that case, it would have been right, and probably some top. Just when I play a shot like that, I call top just natural running. It's not running English, but it's just the natural way you hit the ball. I don't hit a lot of just straight center ball when when the cue ball is moving. If that makes any sense to you. So I got off on that shot. I got off on the 2 to the well, I got off on the 1 to the 2. 2 to the 3 was rough. I probably should have reevaluated the 3, and now I just have to try to get this in and get on the 7. That was a cool shot. Let me see if I can rewind this. All right, what I'm doing here, playing the 6 here, and I'm playing left or right spin in the cue ball. Sorry, I got to figure out I got to look at the R and the L that are on the back. No, they're not. But I'm putting right English on this, which is the opposite. It's actually inside English. Running English on this would be left, but that would head the cue ball right towards the corner, the corner here. What I'm doing is I'm putting right on it, which is inside. Sometimes I put draw on this as well because I want it to cut to the angle, cut to the rail, and have it go 2, 3, miss the side, and come around. So let's play that again. We'll watch this. This is a really hard, fun shot. Like when you first learn this shot, and I hear a lot of the pro announcers say this, it's just a touch of draw. I got lucky to miss the 9, and I got really good on the 7. When you first learn that shot, you're going to use it all over the place, and then you're going to realize that it's dangerous and unpredictable, hard to make, hard to aim, and hard to judge where the cue ball is going. But in a pinch, it's nice to have. I crushed this ball, and I went almost too far. I think I went too far. Based on the fact that my head's wrapped around my arms are wrapped around my head, I went too far. I don't know if I can make this. I'm going to look a little bit upset, and I'm grabbing the break cue. This is the BK Rush break cue. It is not a jump. It is not a break a jump. There is no part that comes off. I do have a harder tip on it. I have a Kamui hard, and I will do another What's in the Case video. I have something new that I need to talk about too. I'm just firing away at this. Yeah, why not? Breaking or jumping with the break cue. I think I dropped my chalk in the corner there. Made the jump. I only had to jump half the ball at most. But this is where I just made a great shot, and I do practice these shots all the time because you see the 9 ball's in the same spot it was in the first rack. I need to take more time on these after I make a good shot because almost missed that. I actually did not realize I made that shot. Like I said, I edited this like 2 months ago. Based on my body language and how fast I was going, I was pretty sure I was going to miss that. I needed to take just another walk around the table and look at it. But here, I'm 4-0, and this rack is a giant disaster. Or is it? I promise you there is a loose focus point to this match that I'm going to go over soon. Now I want to pause this video real quick. I've done a couple, like what would you do? In fact, I'll put a link up to the what would you do when I play the Ghost on 8-ball. Here, it doesn't look as bad as I think it is. There's a couple ways I can play this. My first reaction was to put the cue ball here, play the 1 clean, go into the 2. The 2 will go over here, and the next shot I have to somehow get on the 3. The 3 looks like it does go over here if I get the cue ball this area. But now that I'm looking at it, if I can put the cue ball maybe here, play the 1 off the 8 hard enough that the 8 bounces out and around and stop the cue ball, I could have the 2 down here in a place where I can just draw back a couple inches and be on the 3. Let's see how I do here. The 1 off the 8 looks like it's pretty good. We'll see if it actually is good. I could have probably just drawn on the table while I'm staring at this. Instead of now watching myself stare, I'd probably think about the same things I was just thinking about. So it looks like I'm trying to do exactly what I said. 1 off the 8. I got to hit this hard enough that the 8 gets out of the way of the 2 though. Now the other thing I could do, you know what, I'm going to pause this again. Put the cue ball about here, play the 1, stun down, play the 2, 8. The 2's going to come this way, and it'll probably give me a better chance with the cue ball here and like the 2 here to get on the 3. So many times you just want to get rid of the problems as soon as possible, and that in this case it's with the 1 ball, that I think I might have missed that shot. This looks like I'm trying to do everything. I'm gonna rewind and watch what I did. Now, as I said, I'm gonna be doing a video on my shooting system, but normally my shooting system is 2 or 3, usually 3 practice strokes. Instead, I barely pause and I just go past it. It wasn't so bad, I guess. I played this in a completely different way. Kind of a combination of all 3 shots that I was talking about. The 1 off the 8s, but then follow the 2 down, so all I have to do is follow the cue up. So maybe I'm losing focus now as opposed to when I was playing this, because this looks like pretty good thought process. I just have to float this up enough that I can make the 3 and stay on the 4. That wasn't it. Yeah, I wanted to be at or near the pocket line on the 3. What I have to do now is I have to try to force draw this 1 railing out. Or scratch. And I decelerated the backswing to the 4-string transition, and that's why I missed. Ghost is on the board 4-1. Now, you've seen these Ghost videos, a lot of times I fall off the rails starting now. I'll maybe try too hard. That break was weird. I drew it straight back. 8 got over the 4. Now I can get into my own head saying, oh no, now things are falling off the rail. It's snowball effect. The snowball off the rails effect. Because you want your snowballs to always be on the rails. Because then they go straight. Or follow the tracks or something. As it is, it looks like if I can get straight into the 3 and just follow it, I have a good shot on the 4 to just come out for the 7. So I need to just bear down here. 1 of the 2 to the 3, which looks easy, but I really need to get that good angle on the 3. I'm not good on the 2 right here. I am going, not doing what I did in the first couple racks where I would just kind of put my stick on the table for the pocket line. I'm actually looking at all the angles from the angle where I'm shooting from, which for me is my preferred method. That was top with a little bit of inside, which was left at that point, and I got good in the 3. Pretty much just a rolling stop shot, if that makes any sense. Like that. It's not really a stun forward, it's just not really a follow shot, it's just kind of a feel shot where I just roll it, a rolling ball. Want the cue ball to roll a ball or two, a ball or ball and a half ahead. So ideally here, I'd like to come, if I can beat the 8 ball, I'd like to come 1 and 2. And I was so focused on that, holding that ball for the 7 that I missed the 4. 4 was one of the easier shots. It was definitely easier than the 7 would have been. So rails are falling off the snowball here, and we are down. It goes to catching up, and he's on the board with 2. Pretty good rack here. The issue right now that I see is a 4 to the 5. So what I need to do is I need to get kind of center table-ish on the 4 to play it down here, play 1 rail out for the 5 in this side. After that, the rack should play itself. I always like it when I hear that. Oh, the rack will play itself from here. Well, what is it, going to shoot it for me too? So I got in line, I think I drew the line. I think I drew the ball over here. I'm still in the same line. I just have to make sure I get past the 5 without hitting it and get a leave in the side. It does not go through the 8 and the 7. This is a fairly standard shot, just low outside, so low right in this spot. And I missed the 4 again. 2 racks in a row, I missed a pretty straightforward 4-ball shot. So now the rails and the snowball, there isn't even a snowball anymore. It's just like flakes on the ground in the middle of the rails. Got a better break there. I mean, that was... if you told me I'd get this break every day, I would go pro. No, I wouldn't. And being a pool pro is one of the hardest things you could do. A lot of practice. I've had people say, "Oh, you're good enough. You should go pro." It's like, I can't. I physically cannot play the amount of hours I would need to be competitive as a pro. I have neck issues and things like that. We won't go into that. But anyway, I'm looking to go 2 rails around, tag the 3rd rail and out for the 3. See how good my line is. It's not very good because I'm going right behind the 6 ball. I don't know if I have the 3 or not. If I do, it's close. I'm shaking my head and this doesn't look good. Looks like I may have to try to 1 rail bank this down here. So here's where the losing focus part comes in. I've lost 3 in a row. Maybe I do have the 3. It's hard to tell. Okay, I did have it. I'm shaking my head because I got so close to the 6, I could have really easily ruined that rack for myself. As it is, I'm back on track. I'm a little bit on the wrong side of the 5. I don't know if I can punch it out here and out, or if I have to draw off here and out, or if I can just stop it. Oh, I had more. I did more than I thought. I got close to the side pocket there. I put a ton of follow through on that one. I didn't think I needed to do that. And now I'm going away from the 6. Cue ball's naturally headed towards the 7, unless I draw out and maybe even come back over. If I do this, it would be low right. Another good recovery shot, but I mean, how many recovery shots do you want to have to take in a rack? The ideal number is 0. The next ideal number is 1. Anything after that, it's a scramble drill as far as I'm concerned. Here I'm just going to draw the rail and back out, or I'm not. Okay, the 8 looks good. If the 8 was, let's say the 8 was right here, I would have drawn to the rail and a little bit out here to play the 8 all the way down. But it looks like this ball goes in the side pretty easily. I just have to follow this straight top here. If I'm adventurous, I'd want to do a little bit of inside, which is right, but I don't think I like that. I think I like just doing this and floating it in. And here we have a very tough shot, which you should be practicing. Again, Notice where the 9-ball is when you're breaking with the template rack. It's here a lot, assuming the 1 ball is on the spot. I do have a little bit of cue ball to work with. All I have to do is make this, just focus on making the ball in the pocket, and I'm up to 5. I'm on the hill to get on the hill, as Danny DiLiberto says, or used to say, rest in peace. One of the more amusing announcers, but he passed away a month ago, 2 months ago. There's my famous crossover, the 1 ball and scratch break. Unfortunately, we're playing the Ghost, so it doesn't matter. This rack looks a little strange. If the 2 goes down here, it's fine. Even if it does, though, there's not a whole pocket, and the 5 is just a big ball, and it's in your eyesight. So I can get straight in on it, but I'm still staring at that 5 ball when I'm shooting the 2. It looks like I'm drawing back for the 2 ball in the... Yeah, just kind of stunning it over. That wasn't very good. If I wanted that shot, I should have tried to get here. Should have probably followed it somewhere. The 1 ball, follow the 1 ball somewhere. Because if I'm straight in on this, let's say I'm here, it's just a stop shot and I'm on the 3. Or draw back a little bit, I get better on the 3. As it is, now I'm going to be going this way. Or that. I mean, the obvious shot there was to just blast it in the 5, play it 2 rails around, 3 rails around, slap it in. It's 9 ball, it counts. It's not a 10 ball match, so I guess I'll take it. But this is the easy way to lose focus too. I know a lot of people don't like it when their opponents slap a ball in and it says it throws them off their game. For me, if I slap a ball in, it throws me off my game because I know I shouldn't have done that, and I know I should have missed that, and I have this weird, like, why am I still on the table? I don't deserve this, almost punishing myself behavior or thinking. As it is, I got on the 3, so I just had to stop it. I had to play a easier shot in the 4. 5 is tough. Last rack or the rack before, there were 2 racks ago, I would have tried, this is the shot that I tried to play down here for the 7 on the side. It all depends on how I'm feeling at the time. I like that shot because you can put a full stroke on it, but again, I missed it. I also noticed I'm doing something weird with my head. I don't think my head is lined up on my cue. I think it's a little off to one side. Yeah, you can kind of see it's off to the side a little bit. I don't know when that started or if it's even still going on. This was 2 months ago, so we'll see. I come back with a great break. One of the 2 is really the game here. First glance, I'd want to go here and play out there, but that's a tough angle to get on. So I may be drawing around, coming back like here, just getting right on the rail. I can play short side on the 4 if I get pretty straight on the 2. If I don't, I can follow forward. That was sloppy, but the leave is decent. So I have just enough here, I think, as long as I don't hit the point, I think I can follow this and come to this side of the 4. It's going to be upper left. And I'll mention this after this shot. I've had a couple of people, both Bruce and Sam, have asked if I can talk more about the English I'm putting on. Now, I've seen videos where they put a little cue ball. It's like actually the Jim Rempe ball or just a measles ball and then put a circle where they're going to hit it. If I was doing this real time and I remembered exactly, I think it would be easier. But doing this after the fact, it's a feel thing for me, how much English I put on. Now that I put a little bit of inside, but I didn't do it enough to have it actually spin out of the second rail. I wanted this to be a little bit off, but I did want to hold it for the side. I'm on a goofy angle and the table's kind of in my way. Probably going over about here for the 7. Yeah, close enough. Now here, all depends on the angle, all depends on how I'm feeling at the time. I do like spinning 2 rails out of this and coming towards the 8. That would be with a left to low left, depending on the angle here. The scratch does come into play a little bit more as you put more draw on it. So I did, that was pretty much straight left, like a 3 o'clock, no, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock on the clock. If anyone knows how to read a clock anymore. Here's just a little bit of draw, a little bit of outside, maybe coming up to the rail and out. Oh, it looks like I didn't have that angle, so I just came a straight draw back. And I should be on the hill here, assuming I can make this ball. All right, we're at 6-4. I'm putting it aside because I was a little sloppy on that leave there. I usually make sure I just go nowhere near it. If you're playing on 7-foot diamonds, that's a big scratch shot right there, because the rails are so bouncy. I do have the same cloth as the 7-foot diamonds, although I have Simonis 860 HR, where most of the diamonds that you'll find on bar tables have just 860, which doesn't really affect the speed of the table as much, of the bed, but it does affect, for me, I found it affects the rails a little bit more. The 860 makes the rails a little bit more bouncy. The HR deadens it just a little bit, just enough to make that shot a little bit different. So here's a case I mentioned earlier on why I wouldn't play the 3-5 combo here, and I think I have to here. I don't think I can get anywhere. I don't think the 3 passes down here, and I think it's just come out, get a decent shot, and this isn't a very good angle. Straight in would have been better. Here my cue ball is going this way, so I have to make sure I make the 3, or the 5 I mean, but also have the 3 ball come out where I get a shot on it. This was not where I was expecting it to go. I don't know what I was expecting because I hit the 4 with the cue ball. That was probably, I didn't take enough time to really plan out where I wanted to have the cue ball for the 3 ball and where I wanted to hit the 3 on the 5. As it is, all I have to do is miss, and all I had was a straight in shot, stop shot, but I would have had to have the 4 back for the 6, up for the 7. Ghost is on the hill, to get on the hill, and I'm actually on the hill, so it is a race to see who can get over this hill fastest. I got all 3? Oh, no, I'm not. Oh yeah, I did. No, I can't count. Yes, I did. Well, here we go. One of the last racks. The 5 is in a terrible spot, and the 6 and 8 are tied up. The 6 does not go up here. I don't know if it goes down here. I don't know where the 6-8 combo is. I'm shaking my head so it doesn't look like it's on. Trying to see where I can get on the 5. The 5 is closer to the pocket. Now, if the 8 is pointed to the point here, I should be able to play the 4 into let me redraw this line. If I can get to this side of the 6, play the 4 into it, it kind of pushes the 8s this way. Or, since I'd have a problem getting on the 6 and on the 5, why don't we just take the 4-9 combo and call it a day? And miss that, and then break out the 6 and put the Ghost on the hill. I don't know if I had many opportunities that day, and yeah, it's hill. Thanks, graphic. That really helps. Again, losing focus, kind of the theme of this video. Losing the cue ball is the kind of the theme of the break. Much better layout than last one, and no balls frozen. The 1 and the 3 are right there. The 4 is kind of out in the open. To get around to the 5 is easy. 7, 8. I should be out here. Should. I'm doing the smart thing here. I'm playing it forward. A couple of ball in hands I drew, or I did weird things. Here, just draw it forward and get off the rail out, so I can just and that was probably a little more straight top than anything. Here I'm going to do top and a little bit of left and naturally spin it out towards the rail, or towards the angle of the 4. pretty good because I can come around naturally now. 3 rails all the way back to about where the cue ball is would be good. Even past it would be okay. This is going to be low right. And again, when I say low right, I'm talking about like this, the angle is gonna depend on the feel. There is no half a tip, 1 tip, 1.5 tips, 2 tips. It's all feel for me. It's really hard for me to put into a number of tips or how much. So for that, you're gonna have to work on it and get that feel down on your own. Here, I just decided to go around the world. Probably could hit that harder and gotten a better leave on the 7, but because the 8 is in front of the pocket, all I have to do is make the 7. This is gonna be just a straight, now this is gonna be, I'm gonna say straight top, middle ball to top, although it looks like I may be going low right to just pinch this, low left I mean, yeah. So that's kind of a yo-yo drill shot, Niels Fine yo-yo drill. Low outside, kind of pinch the ball. The other thing you do is just follow it. And not force follow, just above center and stroke through it. Here's low right to go 1 rail and out. Ideal situation would be here. This is pretty good. Take my time. Center pocket. And fortunately I beat the Ghost 7-6. Another thrilling Hill Ghost match. I may end up having to reuse one of these thumbnails that I've used for Ghost matches before. But that is that. I once again beat the Ghost. Not the way I expected to, because when I was up 4-0, I thought it would be a much faster match. As it is, it wasn't too bad. What was it, 36, 38 minutes, something like that, for the video itself. Sorry, it's in the middle of March and somebody has a Harley going on outside at 10 p.m. on a Monday. But anyway, let me know what you think of this. I don't have any more Ghost videos recorded that I'm looking in my list. I do have 2 more from this year, and the rest of them are still from December. I do have to get to both the new GoPro setup. I have to get the GoPro leveled correctly again. I have to get this microphone. I did take the mic out of the box. In fact, it's a fancy carrying case thing here with these little, you've seen YouTubers have these little microphones pinched to them. I don't even know if it's charged or not. I don't know how the receiver works. I don't know how these cables work. I'm an IT guy, so I should be able to figure it out. But I want to connect it to my phone first and do a what's in the case. I have something really, really cool to show you guys. In fact, I may flash something on the screen for a second, or maybe not, or maybe I will. Stay tuned for that. Anyway, let me know. Do the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. I will not beg you to subscribe any more than the minimum amount necessary, which is probably at the end of the videos. I may put a graphic somewhere in the middle, probably not. If you already saw it, I'm sorry. And now I probably should do it. But anyway, have yourselves a great day. We will see you on the next video.